Welcome back to Army Public School. This video is again for class 9th and 10th. Today we are going to talk about computer network protocols and services offered by computer network. So there are several protocols which work for user in application layer. Application layer is a layer which is accessed by the application or user. Application layer protocol can be broadly divided into two categories. First, protocol which are used by users, and second, protocol which helps and support protocols used by the user, for example DNS. But before talking about it, we must know about what is protocol. Protocol is a set of rules that we have to follow for the purpose of communication. For example, if we want to do a verbal communication between two persons, so at that time there must be some rule through which we can communicate. That rule is, if one person is speaking, others should listen, and if another one is speaking, then the first one should listen. So this is the protocol that we generally use for the purpose of our communication. But in case of computer, we are having different kinds of services, like we are having downloading service, we are having file transfer service, we are having uh, website assessment service, we are having email service, we are having chatting service. So for different kinds of services we have to use different protocols. Now the first thing is DNS. So first thing, DNS stands for domain name system. The DNS works on client server model. It uses UDP protocol. UDP stands for user datagram protocol for transfer layer communication. DNS uses hierarchical domain based naming scheme. The DNS server is configured with fully qualified domain names and email address mapped with their respective internet protocol address. But before talking about it, no, every computer over the network or over the internet must have an identification number that is known as IP address, internet protocol address. Just like every location in on the earth must have some longitude and latitude, every citizen of India now must have Aadhaar card. Just similar, we every computer over the network must have a unique number known as IP address through which we can recognize them. Suppose we want to open any website, like we want to open Google. So we just need to type google.com on the address bar and Google website will open. But this is not the actual thing. We cannot communicate by the name. We have to communicate by the address that is known as IP address. For example, if suppose I tell you to go to 192 degrees 32 minutes 27 seconds, that is some longitude and latitude of a location. So you have to search for it, you have to take lots of time. But if I tell you have to go to Army Public School Kundraghat in front of AIMS Gorakhpur, so you don't need to think about it. I think you know the address, you can travel it, you can travel to that location. Just similar, IP address is the actual method by which we have to communicate to the to any website or server, but it is masked with a name that is known as domain name system or DNS. Another example, suppose uh, if you want to make a phone call to anyone, you need phone number. But in your mobile phone you store phone number with name. Now you need to remember only the name, not the phone number. You open your contact list, go to the name, and then press the dial button. Actually, you are calling to the name, but the phone call is made to the phone number that is saved under its name. So domain name is just a name given to an IP address. That is, when we type www.google.com, we are not opening Google. Actually, we are opening or we are communicating with the IP address of Google server. Now, next protocol is SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. As the name suggests, it is used to transfer electronic mails from one person to another. The task is done by means of email client software. This is also known as user agent. For example, our web browser equipped with some email uh, client like Gmail, Hotmail, Rediff Mail, etc. User agent helps the user to type and format the email and store it until internet is available. When an email is submitted to send, the sending process is handled by message transfer agent, which is normally comes inbuilt in email client software. Message transfer agent uses SMTP to forward the email to another message transfer agent, that is server side. For example, in your mobile phone, I think you are having Gmail software. Once you log in it, you can send message from one person to another. So for that, you compose your email and then press the send button. When you are pressing the send button, then now the task of SMTP is there. SMTP transfer that mail from your mobile phone device to the receiver's mobile phone device. Now, SMTP uses TCP port number 25 to 587. This is not for you. Actually, it uses transmission control protocol for transmitting data. Now, client software uses instant message access protocol IMAP or post office protocol POP to receive the email. That is, SMTP is used to send mail, and POP, post office protocol, and IMAP is used to receive the mail. Now, next thing is file transfer protocol. As the name suggests, it is used to transfer file from one location to another. Whenever we tries to download any file from the internet, or we want to download some video audio from internet, at that time automatically we have to use file transfer protocol. Or we are uploading some photograph or videos on Facebook, YouTube, etc. At that time we use file transfer protocol. FTP is most widely used protocol for transfer file over the network. FTP uses TCP IP for communication, and it works on TCP port number 21. FTP works on client server model, where a client requests file from server and server send requested resource back to the client. Now, next protocol is post office protocol. The post office protocol version 3 now that we are using, POP3, is simple mail retrieval protocol used by user agent to retrieve mails from mail server. Once the data sent by, or once the mail sent by one user agent arrives to your location, though the transferring is done by SMTP, now at the receiver end you can open it, you can retrieve it with the help of POP, that is post office protocol. Now, next thing is HTTP. HTTP, I think all of you know it. HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol, is the foundation of World Wide Web. HTTP hypertext is well organized documentation system which uses hyperlink to link the page in the text document. HTTP works on client server model. When a user want to access any HTTP page over the internet, the client machine at user end initiate a TCP connection to server on port number 80. When the server accepts the client request, the client is authorized to access the web page. For example, whenever we are trying to open any website, so the when we type http colon slash www.something.com, then we made a request to the server, and when the server receives it, then authenticated, then only we can access that particular website. Most of the website is accessed with the help of HTTP only. Now, we are going to talk about some services offered by the internet. So the first service is network service. In network service, dictionary service is there. These services are mapping between name and its value, which can be variable value or fixed. The software system help to store information, organize it, and provide various means to access it. Second thing is accounting. In an organization, a number of users have their username and password mapped to them. Dictionary service provide means of storing this information in cryptic form and make available when requested. Now, in dictionary service, authentication and authorization. So user credentials are checked to authenticate a user at the time of login or periodically. User account can be set into hierarchical structure and their access to resource can be controlled using authorization scheme. For example, through dictionary service, every user of the organization receives a user ID and password. It is stored in dictionary. Whenever user tries to open it, first the accounting part of it is assessed, and from there the cryptic or cryptographic form of the password is fetched. Then with the help of authentication and authorization, it is matched with the user supplied password. If the match is found, then the user is allowed to access, otherwise the user is blocked. Now, domain name service, we have already talked about it. Now, next thing is file service. So file service includes sharing and transferring file over the network. In file service, first thing is file sharing. One of the reason which gave birth to networking was file sharing. File sharing enable its user to share their data with other user. User can upload the file to a specific server which is accessed by intended users. As an alternative, user can make it files shared on its own computer and provide access to intended user. That means suppose you are having a file in your computer, you can share it with the group of people over the network. And to do it, you just need to right click on it and go to property, and in property tab there is a option given for sharing. You just need to enable the sharing. Now file transfer, this is an activity to copy or move file from one computer to another computer or it to multiple computer. With the help of underlying network enables its user to locate other user in the network and transfer files. Now next thing is communication service. It is very important. In communication service, first thing we are having email. Email is communication method and something a computer user cannot work without. This is the basis of today's internet feature. Email system has one or more email server. All its users are provided with unique user ID. When a user send email to other user, it actually transferred between user with help of email server, with the help of SMTP, simple mail transfer protocol, IMAP and POP, etc. Now next thing is social networking. Recent technology have made the technical life social. The computer savvy people can find other known people or friend, can connect with them and can share thoughts, pictures, videos, etc. Facebook, Twitter, all comes in that category. Then after internet chat, the internet chat provide instant transfer service between hosts. Two or more people can communicate with each other using text-based internet relay chat service. These days, voice chat, video chat are very common. WhatsApp, Messenger, etc. These all are example of it. Discussion board. Discussion board provide a mechanism to contact multiple people with same interest. It enables the user to put queries, questions, suggestions, etc. Then after remote accessing, it is very important thing. This service enable user to access the data residing on one remote computer. This feature is known as remote desktop or remote desktop sharing. This can be done via some remote device, example mobile phone, home computer. Now with the help of it, I'm giving one example. Team viewer and any desk. Team viewer and any desk, these are example of remote desktop sharing software. Once you install in both of the computer, Suppose you are having two computers, you have installed it in both of the computer and you are connected with the network or internet. Now the computer can be far apart. For example, one computer is in America, and other computer is in Gorakhpur, and you want to access that computer remotely. You just need a key that is displaying on that computer's screen. You just need to type the key in your computer and then press the remote sharing button. Automatically that desktop is now open on your computer. You can use everything of that computer, and even you can shut down it from another location. So that is known as remote desktop sharing. Then after application service, and in application service we are having resource sharing. To use resource efficiently, economically, network provide a means of share them. For example, suppose that we are having 20 computer in a computer lab and we just have one printer. So we can share that printer with every computer. So we can take printout from every computer, but the actual printing process is done by a single printer only. This reduces the cost of printer. Then after database, this application service is one of the most important scheme. It stores data and information, process it, organize it, enable the user to retrieve data. In a bigger organization like banks, there are lots of branches all over the world, and the data is stored in database at one central location. And with the help of ATMs, with the help of different computers, we can access that database, and that enables core banking and serious banking. With it is feasible, it is possible that we can deposit money at one branch and we can withdraw money anywhere in the world. Then after web services, World Wide Web, I think you already know, has become the synonym of internet. It is used to connect to the internet and access files and information service provided by the internet servers. Now, next thing is assignments. These are your assignment. First, what is DNS, domain name system? Explain SMTP, define HTTP, FTP, define communication service. What are the different services offered by file service and application service? You have to write all these questions and answers in your copy. Thank you.